Hello and welcome to part 2 of user control, and here we're going to be talking about programming a tank drive. So I'm going to give myself a little room here. This is the function user control. All the user control code is inside here. This is a while loop so that it can update. We'll get to that later. And we are going to do tab twice so that it's all lined up so that code's easier to read. And we're going to get into the code. Now if you watched the last video, we talked about how to make a motor group, and essentially a motor group just allows you to control two motors at once. So I'm going to use motor groups in programming my user control. So I'm going to say left drive group. Now basically what that's saying is I'm going to do a command to the left drive group, whatever the command's going to be. The command is going to be the spin command. As you can see, there are lots of different variations. There are 4 different variations on the spin command, and spin 4, spin 2 is spinning. There's lots of different variations. The one we want is going to be down here, I believe, and it's direction type, velocity, and velocity units. So the direction type is going to be forward. Oop, went a little far there. Forward. So that means the motor's going to be spinning forward. Now what about the velocity? Well, if we want to be controlling the robot through the controller, we're going to want to get the value of the joystick. So we're going to say controller1.axis3.value. And what that means is it takes the value of the joystick that is on axis 3, which is one of the axes for a joystick, and then it gets the value of that. Axis 3, I believe, is the Y value of the left joystick. And then velocity units is just going to be %. Put a semicolon at the end, and so what this does is it runs the left drive group at the value of the axis 3 of the joysticks on the controller. And so every time the while loop goes through this, it says, okay, is the axis pressed? Is the joystick not at a non-zero value? Yes, okay, then it sets it to that and waits 20 milliseconds, and then it goes back to the beginning. Is the joystick not pressed? Okay, well, it's not pressed, so we're going to set it to 0. And this allows your program to go through and respond to what you're making. I'm going to duplicate this so that I can do it for the right drive. So now I have right drive group, and I'm going to change the axis to axis 2, so it's the right joystick y-axis. And now I have some very nice tank drive control code written. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I hope to see you again soon.